Good morning, gentle people. Today is August 29, 2025. You already know, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Let's see what August 29th has to say. What does August 29th have to say to us? What will it reveal? Okay. I kind of like this one that I saw earlier. And this one came out with it, so I'll take that. And guess what? This one came out too, so I'll take that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. This one says intelligence. Intelligence. This one says mother. Mother. And this one says, oh, Juanita. Oh, Juanita. All right. Let's see. You're questioning your own intelligence. And because of it, you are suffering from analysis paralysis. You're stopped. You've got real good thoughts coming to your head. Those thoughts might be coming straight from your mom or from your mom's side of the family. And not necessarily that your mom is calling you and telling you, hey, do this, do that, do that. That's not what I'm talking about. It means that somewhere down your line, someone in your mother's family or a mom figure in your family on your mother's side made a costly mistake that has permitted or allowed this type of imprisonment, a mental imprisonment, or and not being able to move. There's been no forward movement with certain things because of mistakes that were done in your family, on your mother's family side. And you are overthinking everything. Everything. And it's costing you. It's costing you your mental tranquility. If we have our mother's story, right? If we have our mother's story as a guidepost or as a warning or as a cautionary tale, then you don't need to be paralyzed. You have the sufficient intelligence to make the proper moves. Because, well, if that's how it went down on my mother's side, I could avoid this issue. For instance, I'm going to give my own testimony or my own story. My mother's grandmother. So my mom's grandmother on my father's side, on my grandfather's side, right? So my mom's dad's mom, had some land in Puerto Rico. And she allowed some family members to stay there. No paperwork, no nothing. It was all, well, we family. We got this. You know, we don't need to write anything down. We family. We always know that we're going to be family. And many years down the line, there was a question as to who was the true owner of that land because my grandmother never wrote it down. So with this information, knowing that now there is a question of who owns this land truly, I know that anything that has to do with properties, houses, land, paperwork, It all has to be written out and spelled out correctly, perfectly detailed. Even if I have to do that work myself, even if I can't afford a lawyer and I have to write it down and go buy some guides on the internet or at the library. And then after it's all written out, then take it to a lawyer so that he can read it to make sure that it's correct, or he can give you advice as to what you could change. Correct? Do not be imprisoned in your mind. Do not allow yourself to be locked in by other people's mistakes. You have these cautionary tales, these histories. You have these histories. On my other channel, which is Arte Bukenke, I talk about my art. And my tagline there is, Orisha stories are our stories. Orishas are divinized heads. Heads, humans who have lived their life here on earth, who have already been through what we've been through, what we're going through. They've already lived it, and they've learned their lessons, and they moved on. That's why we honor and venerate and, I guess, worship Shango, Oshun, Ogun, Elegua, all of these. I can't think of all the other ones right now. Yamaya. They all made their series of mistakes. They all did. They all left histories. They all left stories. They learned from them. They grew from them. They corrected themselves. And then they left a story behind. So that we, when we go through these same stories, these same issues that they went through, then we have a basis. We could either do exactly what they did and get the same outcome, or we cannot do what they did to get a different outcome. I hope that makes sense. Do not suffer from analysis paralysis. Continue. Move forward. Don't overanalyze everything, but make intelligent. Make intelligent moves based on the histories, so that you're not locked in to that same outcome that they had. I hope this was useful in some way. Please walk through life. Enjoy, knowing that this place is sacred, divine, and special, simply because you exist. And I thank you so much for spending time with me today. Ashe.